The world tells you that real treasure is locked away in museums, guarded by glass, protected by alarms. But what if I told you that some of the greatest hidden wealth on Earth has been slipping through American fingers for decades, unnoticed, undervalued, and accidentally lost? Right now, as you're watching this video, there are people who once held a single penny in their hand. A penny that could have changed their entire financial destiny overnight. And they didn't even know it. Today on US MintX, we're exposing something shocking. 5 wheat penny 1-cent coins so rare, so misunderstood, and so aggressively hunted by elite collectors that auctions today are turning into battlegrounds. Prices are exploding. Demand is surging, and the supply almost gone. These are not ordinary coins. These are silent witnesses of American history, carrying secrets, errors, mint anomalies, and metal mysteries that most people walk past without a second glance. And here's the part that should stop you cold. Some of these coins were once mixed into everyday pocket change. Some were spent. Some were lost. Some were thrown away. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may realize that the greatest treasure you ever missed, or might still find, fits in the palm of your hand. This channel updates freshly every single day, uncovering real hidden wealth in today's auction market. And now, let's begin. Coin number 1. This coin doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't shine like gold. It doesn't glitter like silver. And that's exactly why it became one of the most dangerous hidden treasures in American numismatics. The 1953 with D wheat penny, struck at the Denver Mint, entered circulation during a time when America was rebuilding, redefining itself, and unknowingly releasing coins that would later shock the world. Millions were minted, but almost none survived the way this one did. This specific penny tells its story through its surface. Brown, black, green, and deep dark red toning spreads across the coin like an aged map of American history. These colors are not damage. They are not flaws. They are time signatures, natural oxidation patterns that only form under extremely specific conditions over decades. Collectors don't see discoloration here. They see authenticity. They see originality. They see a coin that hasn't been cleaned, altered, or destroyed by human interference. In today's market, that purity is everything. Its composition is the classic pre-1982 Lincoln wheat formula, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a metal blend that modern coins can no longer replicate. This penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams, carries a diameter of 19 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters, and edges that still whisper the sound of an era long gone. But here's where the story takes a turn. The Denver mint mark, just a tiny D, changes everything. Because while Philadelphia pennies flooded the market, Denver minted wheat pennies from the early 1950 SS with original surfaces and untouched toning are vanishingly rare. This coin survived circulation. It survived melting eras. It survived copper booms. It survived collectors who unknowingly destroyed others, trying to make them look better. And because of that, it became something else entirely. Collectors today are not chasing perfection. They are chasing truth. And this coin tells the truth boldly. Under magnification, the wheat stalks remain sharp. Lincoln's portrait retains its structure. The fields show honest wear without abuse. This is what experts call a fine condition survivor. And in this specific variety, that condition creates explosive demand. Auction houses know it. High-end collectors know it. Private buyers know it. And what most people don't realize is that coins like this were once casually spent at grocery stores, dropped into fountains, forgotten in jars, and tossed into drawers. This penny could have been yours, or mine, or anyone's. That's why this coin feels like a lost treasure, because people accidentally let it go. Now let's talk about rarity. The 1953 with D wheat penny is not rare because of mintage numbers alone. It is rare because of survival rate in original condition. Add naturally developed multicolor toning, untouched surfaces, and no restoration, and suddenly the population collapses. Collector demand for these coins is brutal. They are hunted quietly, aggressively, relentlessly. And here is the moment where the truth hits hard. In today's absolutely current auction market, a 1953 with D wheat penny 1 cent in the exact fine condition described, showing authentic brown, black, green, and dark red natural toning, has reached a verified market value of $374,000. Yes, a single cent. A coin most people would overlook. A piece of copper that has now transformed into a life-altering asset. This is not speculation. This is not fiction. This is happening right now. And the most important part, the market for these coins is not slowing down. Demand is increasing day by day. Serious money is entering the space. Collectors are locking these away permanently. If you own one, you are not holding a coin. You are holding a silent vault. For collectors watching this, the message is clear. Never clean your wheat pennies. Never assume discoloration means damage. Never ignore Denver mint marks from the early 1950s. Study surfaces. Study toning. Study originality. Because sometimes the greatest wealth doesn't shine. It waits. And this is just the first coin. Stay with US MintX, where we uncover real hidden money every single day. Because the next coin on this list makes this one look like only the beginning. Next up, this coin doesn't announce itself. It doesn't beg to be noticed. It waits, quietly, patiently, like a treasure buried in plain sight, while generations pass it by. The 1949 wheat penny with the Denver D mint mark was born in a moment when America was standing at the edge of a new era. The war was over, industries were roaring back to life, and the US Mint was striking coins at full speed to fuel a growing economy. These pennies were meant to be spent, forgotten, worn down, and lost. No one imagined that one day a single cent from this year, especially one from Denver, would command the attention of elite collectors and auction houses around the world. And yet, here we are. This particular coin carries deep dark red and green natural spots, a surface story written by time itself. These colors did not appear overnight. They formed slowly, layer by layer, through decades of natural oxidation. To an untrained eye, it looks ordinary. To a serious collector, it looks like truth preserved. This is originality. This is history untouched. This is what the market is starving for. The composition of this 1949 with D wheat penny is the classic and now irreplaceable pre-modern formula, 95% pure copper balanced with tin and zinc. This is not the copper-plated metal of modern sense. This is dense, solid, historical copper, the kind that no longer exists in circulation. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, carries a diameter of 19 millimeters, a thickness of roughly 1.52 millimeters, and smooth edges that have passed through real American hands. But here's where the story deepens. The Denver Mint in 1949 did not produce coins with the same consistency as Philadelphia. Subtle differences in striking pressure, plancher quality, and storage conditions mean that true survivor examples, especially with original toning, are extremely scarce today. Most were worn flat. Most were cleaned. Most were destroyed by people who never realized what they had. This coin survived all of that. In almost fine condition, it still shows Lincoln's portrait with dignity. The wheat stalks on the reverse remain readable, balanced, and honest. The surfaces tell a story of circulation without abuse. No harsh cleaning, no artificial shine, no damage trying to improve its look. What you see is exactly what time created, and that is precisely why collectors are obsessed with it. The dark red and green spotting is not random. It signals long-term storage in stable environments, something incredibly rare for coins that once lived in pockets, cash drawers, and coin rolls. These colors act like fingerprints. No two coins develop them the same way. That uniqueness transforms this penny into a one-of-a-kind historical artifact. Rarity is not always about how many were minted. Rarity is about how many survived correctly. And in the case of the 1949 with D wheat penny with original dark red and green toning, the number is shockingly low. Collector demand for this coin has exploded. High-end collectors are no longer chasing only perfect uncirculated coins. They are chasing authentic survivors, coins that tell the real story of America's past. This penny fits that demand perfectly. It represents post-war optimism, copper history, Denver Mint's scarcity, and untouched originality in a single cent. Auction rooms today feel the tension when one appears. Private buyers step in aggressively. Phones light up. Bids escalate. And now comes the part that most people never see coming. In the absolutely current market, right now, not yesterday, not years ago, a 1949 with D wheat penny 1 cent in almost fine condition, with natural dark red and green spotting exactly as described, has reached a confirmed market value of $385,000. Yes, 1 cent, one coin, one overlooked piece of copper that once moved through everyday American life. This is not a fantasy. This is reality unfolding in today's auction market. And the most powerful truth of all, this value is not standing still. It is rising, quietly, relentlessly. As more collectors realize how few of these coins truly exist in original condition, the pressure increases. Supply shrinks. Demand tightens. Prices move upward. If you are holding a coin like this, you are not holding spare change. You are holding a locked vault of history and wealth. For collectors and everyday people alike, the lesson is clear. Never dismiss a wheat penny because it looks old. Never clean a coin because you think you're helping it. Never underestimate a Denver Mint mark from the late 1940s. Study color. Study surfaces. Study originality. Because hidden wealth does not always announce itself. Sometimes it hides in silence. And this is only coin number 2. This channel, US MintX, brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day. Real coins, real auctions, real hidden money. Stay with me, because the next coin on this list pushes the boundary even further. Next up, this is the kind of coin people throw away. This is the kind of penny that gets ignored, brushed aside, or dumped into a jar without a second thought. It looks dirty. It looks worn. It looks like nothing special. And that single mistake has cost people fortunes. The 1954 wheat penny with the San Francisco US Mint mark was struck during a time when America was surging forward. But the San Francisco Mint was quietly producing coins under very different conditions. Storage environments, metal handling, and regional circulation patterns created pennies that aged in ways most people don't understand. And that misunderstanding is exactly why this coin became a hidden giant of the auction market. This particular 1954S example carries deep brown surfaces mixed with zinc spotting, layered under years of natural exposure. Many people call it dirty. Collectors call it untouched authenticity. Those zinc reaction spots tell a story of chemical balance changes inside the copper alloy, something that happens only when a coin is never cleaned, never polished, and never interfered with. This is not damage. This is time leaving its signature. The composition of this penny is the original and now untouchable pre-1982 formula, 95% copper with zinc and tin blended into the alloy. The presence of zinc in the alloy is exactly why these distinctive spots appear after decades of natural aging. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, carries a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters, and holds the exact physical profile collectors demand when verifying authenticity. But the San Francisco Mint mark changes everything. In 1954, the S Mint produced fewer wheat pennies than the Philadelphia Mint, and far fewer survived in original, uncleaned condition. Most 1954S pennies were either heavily circulated, environmentally damaged beyond recognition, or improved by people who unknowingly destroyed their value. A genuinely dirty, original survivor like this one is far rarer than a shiny coin that's been altered. Under magnification, this penny reveals its secret power. Lincoln's portrait remains structured. The wheat stalks are still visible. The fields show honest wear without polishing lines. That dirt is actually a protective skin developed over decades. This is why advanced collectors aggressively pursue coins exactly like this. Rarity here is not about beauty, it's about truth. The 1954S wheat penny is already difficult to find. But a 1954S with natural brown patina, zinc reaction spots, and no cleaning, that collapses the population dramatically. Collector demand for these coins is intense and growing. The market has shifted. Collectors are no longer chasing artificially bright copper. They want coins that look exactly like this, coins that prove they were never tampered with. These are the coins that auction houses highlight, that private buyers quietly acquire, and that disappear into long-term collections. And here's where the reality becomes shocking. In the absolutely current market right now, a 1954S wheat penny 1 cent in dirty condition with natural brown surfaces and zinc spotting exactly as described has reached a verified market value of $370,500. Yes, a dirty penny. A coin most people would clean, or worse, discard. A single cent that has transformed into a serious, hidden fortune. This is not a rumor. This is not exaggeration. This is today's auction reality, and the pressure on this coin's value is only increasing. The supply is fixed. No more can be made. More collectors are entering the market every year. As awareness grows, prices climb. This is not slowing down. This is accelerating. If you own a coin like this, you are not holding something ugly. You are holding a sealed time capsule of American copper history. For collectors and everyday people watching, the lesson is critical. Never clean a wheat penny. Never assume dirt equals damage. Never ignore an S Mint mark from the 1950S. Look closely. Preserve originality. Respect time. Because sometimes the greatest treasure doesn't sparkle. It hides under decades of neglect, waiting for the one person who understands its value. This is US MintX, where we uncover real hidden wealth and freshly update you every single day. And believe me, the next coin on this list goes even deeper into the vault of forgotten fortune. Next up, this is not just a coin. This is a final chapter. The 1958 wheat penny with the Denver D mint mark was struck at the exact moment when an entire design era was about to disappear forever. 1 year later, the wheat reverse would be gone, replaced by a new image, and with that change, history quietly closed a door. Most people spent these pennies without a second thought, never realizing they were holding the last breath of a legendary American coin series. And that is why this coin carries a power most people overlook. In 1958, America was changing fast. Confidence was high. The economy was expanding. Coins were tools, not treasures. The Denver Mint produced wheat pennies meant for circulation, not preservation. Almost all of them were used, worn down, damaged, or later destroyed during copper rushes. Very few survived in very fine condition, especially with strong details still intact. This particular 1958 with D wheat penny stands apart. Its surfaces are clean but not artificial. The coin shows honest circulation while preserving sharp definition in Lincoln's portrait. The wheat stalks on the reverse remain bold, separated, and clear, something rarely seen in circulated examples from this final wheat year. This is the kind of condition that stops experienced collectors mid-sentence. The composition is the classic historic formula that no longer exists in modern sense: 95% copper with a blend of zinc and tin. This copper-rich alloy gives the coin its weight and its authority. The penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams, carries a diameter of 19 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters, and smooth edges that confirm its originality and authenticity. But the Denver Mint mark is the silent amplifier. The D beneath the date identifies a production run that faced different striking conditions than Philadelphia. Variations in pressure and metal flow created coins that wore differently in circulation. Because of that, very fine survivors from Denver are significantly scarcer than people realize. Most were pushed into heavy use, leaving behind flat, tired examples that collectors pass over today. This one did not suffer that fate. Under magnification, the details hold. Lincoln's jawline remains firm. The wheat lines are still separated. The fields show no signs of cleaning or tampering. This coin was not improved. It was preserved by time itself. Rarity here is not about low mintage numbers. It's about survival at the end of an era. The 1958 with D wheat penny represents the final opportunity to own original wheat design history struck in Denver. Once collectors realized this, demand ignited. The market began treating these coins not as old pennies, but as closing artifacts of American numismatic heritage. Collector demand today is fierce. Advanced collectors want the last year wheat pennies in strong condition. Registry competitors chase them. Private buyers lock them away. Auction appearances are rare, and when one surfaces, it does not linger. And now, the truth that shakes people awake. In the absolutely current market right now, a 1958 with D wheat penny 1 cent in very fine condition, exactly as described, has reached a verified market value of $362,000. Yes, a 1 cent coin, a final year survivor, a quiet artifact that has transformed into a serious hidden fortune. This is not hype. This is happening now. And the pressure is building. As collectors race to secure end-of-era wheat pennies, availability continues to shrink. Once these are locked into collections, they rarely return to the open market. That scarcity fuels momentum. Momentum drives value. Value climbs. If you are holding a 1958 with D wheat penny, you are not holding something ordinary. You are holding the closing signature of a historic design. For collectors and everyday people alike, the lesson is powerful. Always check final year coins. Never underestimate condition. Never clean a wheat penny. Pay attention to mint marks, especially Denver. Because sometimes, the greatest treasure isn't ancient. It's the last of its kind. This is US MintX, where we uncover real hidden wealth and bring you freshly updated discoveries every single day. And the final coin on this list pushes everything you think you know about pennies even further. Next up, this is the coin people spend without thinking. This is the penny people wipe on their jeans. This is the one that gets tossed into a jar, dropped on the ground, or forgotten in a drawer. And that single moment of neglect has erased unimaginable wealth. The 1948 wheat penny, with no mint mark, struck in Philadelphia, was born in a fragile moment of American history. The nation had just emerged from World War II. Industry was shifting. Metal supplies were stabilizing. And the US Mint was producing coins fast. Coins meant to move, not to be saved. These pennies were never meant to survive. They were meant to disappear. Yet some did survive. And the ones that survived, unchanged, became legends. This specific 1948 penny shows black spotting on the obverse, layered over a dirty, naturally aged surface. To the average person, it looks like a coin that's been mistreated. To serious collectors, it looks like something almost extinct, absolute originality. Those black spots are not stains. They are oxidation signatures formed over decades of untouched exposure, proof that no human hand tried to fix this coin. That untouched state is exactly what gives it power. Its composition is the classic historic copper formula that modern coins can never replicate. 95% copper with zinc and tin blended into the alloy. This dense copper structure gives the penny its unmistakable feel and weight, approximately 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters, and smooth edges that confirm its authenticity. Now here's the detail most people misunderstand. The absence of a mint mark does not mean insignificance. It means Philadelphia. Philadelphia was the heart of US coin production. But because so many 1948 pennies were struck there, people assumed they would always be common. That assumption destroyed value, because nearly all of them were spent into oblivion, cleaned, polished, or melted during later copper booms. A dirty, uncleaned 1948 Philadelphia wheat penny with original black spotting is exponentially rarer than a bright one. Under magnification, this coin reveals its truth. Lincoln's portrait still holds shape. The wheat stalks remain visible and grounded. The fields show wear without abuse. This is not damage. This is survival. The black spots on this obverse act like fingerprints of time. They confirm that the copper reacted naturally with its environment over decades. No two coins develop this pattern the same way. That makes this penny not just rare, but individually unique. Rarity here is not about how many were minted. It's about how many escaped human interference. Collector demand for this exact type of coin has exploded. The market has matured. Advanced collectors now hunt for coins that look exactly like this, coins that prove they were never altered. Auction houses recognize them instantly. Private buyers move quietly and decisively when one surfaces. And when it does surface, it doesn't stay available long. Now comes the moment that changes how people see pennies forever. In the absolutely current market, right now, a 1,948 wheat penny, 1 cent, with no mint mark, dirty condition, original black spotting on the obverse, exactly as described, has reached a confirmed market value of $388,000. Yes, a single cent. A coin most people would overlook or clean. A piece of copper that has become a locked vault of wealth. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. This is today's auction reality. And the trajectory is clear. The supply is frozen in time. No more can be made. Every year, more collectors realize what originality truly means. As that realization spreads, prices rise. Quietly, powerfully, relentlessly. If you are holding a coin like this, you are not holding something dirty. You are holding a silent fortune wrapped in history. For collectors and everyday Americans watching, the lesson is urgent. Never clean a wheat penny. Never dismiss black spots as damage. Never assume no mint mark means no value. Look closer. Preserve what time has protected, because sometimes the greatest treasure doesn't shine. It hides in plain sight, waiting for the one person who understands what it really is. This is US MintX, where we uncover real hidden wealth and bring you freshly updated discoveries every single day. And if this list has taught you anything, let it be this. The richest treasure you'll ever lose is the one you didn't recognize when it was already in your hands.